On Tuesday, the US stock market traded moderately lower. All three benchmark stock indexes closed in the red. Unlike stocks, the US dollar rallied sharply. The prime reason behind such market changes is the inflation report for June, released yesterday, according to which the US consumer inflation surged to 5.4% on year. Besides, the core CPI, excluding prices of gasoline and food, also increased 5.5% from a year ago. The S&P 500 reached an intraday high of 4,370 points yesterday. Most analysts expect the index to trade in the channel between 4,330 and 4,400 points until tomorrow. Meanwhile, top American companies are reporting an upbeat corporate earnings, thus confirming in practice the steady economic recovery. One of the largest US banks, JP Morgan, doubled its profits in the second quarter that stand at $11.96 billion. The US dollar sharply jumped to the highest level of early July. Yesterday, its index surged to 92.60. It's expected to hold in a narrow range of 92.30 to 92.90. Notably, the US dollar's status of the world's reserve currency enables the authorities to neglect the alarming size of the US federal debt. In light of yesterday's inflation data, Fitch Rating Agency confirmed the rating of the US public debt at the top AAA rank, though with a negative outlook. Fitch experts reckon that the enormous federal debt poses a grave risk that overshadows good economic prospects. According to Fitch's optimistic forecast, the US sovereign debt is likely to stabilize at 121% of GDP in 2021. Curiously enough, such a big public debt would be considered appalling for in other countries. The greenback is also holding the upper hand against its Canadian rival. At the same time, oil prices are trading higher owing to another drop in US oil inventories. Looking at the chart, we see that growth of the US dollar and oil prices in parallel does not allow the USD CAD pair to climb to the new highs. The area of 1.2550 to 1.2600 serves as a strong resistance for the pair on its way upwards. Now the USD CAD pair is trading at near 1.2503, fluctuating in the corridor of 1.2450 to 1.2550. There is an interesting news for the crypto market. In midday on Wednesday, the market was hit by massive Bitcoin selling that dragged its price down. A large market players sold 740 Bitcoins in 2 batches. These tokens have been held in the e-wallet since May 2021. They were valued at $3,700 9 years ago. The news became known all over the world in less than no time, so crypto traders revised sentiment. Having regained some losses, Bitcoin is now trading at about $32,700. The number one cryptocurrency could try to surpass support of $34,000. Nevertheless, the overall trend is still bearish. To sum up, most experts warn traders that the US stock market is running a risk of a downturn in the coming days. Indeed, investors' optimism is dampened by expectations of an early tapering of the asset purchase program by the Federal Reserve. On the other hand, quotes of shares are too high for long-term investments, so a deep correction in Wall Street is imminent. And that's all for today. You are watching Forex Market News on InstaForex TV channel. We wish you profitable deals and see you tomorrow.